Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So welcome, sir. Welcome, Yashpal ji. So today we will be discussing on Bhagavad Gita. Prabhuji is not there, so he requested us to discuss. Yes. So we'll first recite the Mangalacharan. You see, Yashpal, the first page. If you see now, yes. Is there? Invocation prayer. So, yes, you can recite with me. Om Jnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manabhishtam Tapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Swapanam Vandeham Shri Guru Sri Yata Pada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaisnavam Srirupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakham He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tatpakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Ancha Kalpatarobhyasya Kripa Sindhobhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschatya Desatarini. This is invocation prayer. Like in material knowledge, we try to read. If you have some books, then we try to read as soon as we get the books. But spiritual books means we need some mercy to understand this, because this is beyond our intelligence. हम लोगों की बुद्धि के परे है ये सब चीजें, हमको समझ में नहीं आएगा। स्पिरिचुअल चीजें हमको अभी मतलब गीता में बताया जाता है कि हम जो है आत्मा है, वी आर सोल, वी आर नॉट दिस बॉडी। और हमको कभी महसूस हुआ है ऐसा कि हम आत्मा है करके? वी हैव नेवर दिस रियलाइजेशन, वी डू नॉट हैव। सो भगवद गीता गिव्स हाउ वी कैन रियलाइज दैट वी आर नॉट दिस बॉडी, वी आर सोल। So this type of books, the spiritual books, the knowledge, it's descend actually, it descend. We cannot acquire this. Acquiring means ascending process. Descending means it has to be received. Like Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagwan also, Lord Krishna also tells that in Bhagavad Gita, Evam Parampara Praptam, means this knowledge has been received through a chain of disciples. But it cannot be acquired by our own effort, our own endeavor. It cannot be acquired actually. This is beyond our material knowledge. So before this, before starting up this knowledge, we pray to the spiritual master, chain of spiritual master, Lord Krishna, and all whoever there, so that we can get some mercy or some blessings, so that we can understand it. So if you see in other Bhagavad Gita, I cannot find like this. Starting from slok 1, they will recite. But this is not the way. Prabhupada ji has written this way, that he's praying to the Om Agyan Timirandasya. Om Agyan means I am born in darkest ignorance. As such, because never we have experienced that we are this body, we are this soul, we are not this body. Never, ever have we understood this? Have you realized this? Never. So we are born in ignorance only. So it is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, like their Acharya, the teachers like that. From them we are coming to know this. So this is the prayer to them. So by their mercy only we can understand this. So see, this is the way actually we have to approach this spiritual books. Not that if we get some Bhagavad Gita, we start reading, we cannot understand anything actually. Because this is to be received actually. By mercy, this is to be received. So we need some prayerful attitude to approach this book. Like not like our books. So the author is Srila Prabhupada. His name is His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. His name is that. So today is his disappearance day. So we are very fortunate that we have assembled today to discuss whatever he has written. So just I will speak about him, just 5 minutes. So so it is there in the last of the book. Just I will read this about the author. It is there. So we should know who is the author and how much he has actually put his effort, how much he has sacrificed to write this book, how much he has worked hard, so that we are able to get this knowledge. So I will just read this book. It is there, the author. Just you can hear this. The author is His Divine Grace, Abhay Charana Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who appeared in this world in 1896 in Calcutta, India. He appeared in Calcutta, India. He first made his spiritual master, his guru. You see, the spiritual knowledge doesn't come like this. It comes by, as I told you, Guru Parampara. We need some guru. Somebody should be there to give us this knowledge. So here he approached his guru, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami in Calcutta in 1922. He made his spiritual master. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, a prominent religious scholar and the founder of 64 Gaudiya Mathas Vedic Institute, liked this educated young man and convinced him to dedicate his life to teaching Vedic knowledge. So when Srila Prabhupada made his guru, he was not knowing like you can, and just he told that you are a young educated man, you are speaking very nice English. Why don't you preach this message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Western world? No talking. You came right, and he just talked like this. The first meeting. Why don't you dedicate your life to preach the message of Lord Krishna in the Western world? You see here. So Srila Prabhupada became his student, and in 1933 he formally initiated disciple. He became his Sishya in 1933. After their first meeting in 1922, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati requested Srila Prabhupada to broadcast Vedic knowledge in English. Same thing. He requested Srila Prabhupada, the author, he requested his guru, he requested Prabhupada, the author of this book, that you please broadcast this message in English throughout the world. This is the reason we have the opportunity to read Bhagavad Gita in English. So it has been broadcast by Srila Prabhupada only, the author of this book. So in the year that followed, Srila Prabhupada wrote a commentary on the Bhagavad Gita. He wrote a commentary. So there are many commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. More than 2,000 commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. But you don't find the way Prabhupada has presented the book. You will not find in the other books. There are so many books are there. Like I told you, you see the approach Prabhupada, either he is praying to the spiritual master. You cannot see, you cannot find any other books also. He's praying, he's requesting to his guru and others, the Lord Krishna, he is requesting. Means his attitude, I am telling. You cannot find in other books. So he wrote the commentary on Bhagavad Gita. And one more magazine he wrote. It is called Back to Godhead. This is one magazine. So he published the magazine and he personally distributed this magazine also. He was doing everything, manuscript, editing, printing, everything. He was so much hard work he was doing because it was the instruction of his guru to broadcast this message in the Western world. So single-handedly, you see here, sir, written that single-handedly Srila Prabhupada edited this, typed the manuscript, checked the gallery proof. Gallery proof, I think you must be knowing, sir, gallery proof. The proof, yeah. And even he distributed the individual copies. The magazine is now being continued by his disciple. The Back to Godhead magazine. It is also magazine on about the Lord and his messages also. So in 1950, Srila Prabhupada retired from married life, adopting the Vanaprastha retired order to devote more time to his studies and writing. So there are 4 orders, like we have Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. So after married life means it is a Grihastha life. After there is Vanaprastha, he took Vanaprastha, so that he can devote more time to study and writing. So there are 4 varna and 4 ashramas. Like ashram means Brahmacharya, the student life, then your Grihastha, the married life, then your Vanaprastha, the retired life. Like we are telling retirement, sir. Same thing, it is there. The Vedic scripture is there. It is called retired life. And sannyas means totally dedicating life for the preaching the message of the Lord. And there are 4 varna like Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. 4 varna and 4 ashrama. This was constituted for the spiritual upliftment of the society. If you see everywhere, this should be actually this is there. If you see now, some class of people will be like Brahminical qualities. They will be smart, sober, I mean, cool, calm, like that only. Some will be Kshatriya, like they have this bodybuilding, like that, their passion type. And some will be like the Vaishya classes for your Krishi, they will agriculture and all. And last with the Sudra, like some laborer classes. You will find this division throughout anywhere you go, because this was created by the Supreme Lord himself. So it is created by the Supreme Lord himself. So you will find this category everywhere. You cannot, if you go to US also, you will same thing will be. Some will be like educated scientist, some will be like businessmen, some will be like military men, some will be like laborer class. Because it is Lord Krishna tells that it has been created by him only. This classes. So here same thing. Prabhupada ji, our teacher, the author, he took the Vanaprastha life. So he traveled to the holy city of Vrindavan, like our students and teacher, they have traveled to Vrindavan, where he lived in the humble circumstances in the historic temple of Radha Damodar. Radha Damodar is one very famous temple. There he used to reside in the Vrindavan. Where he used to write about the commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Bhagavad Gita, sir. There is another book called Srimad Bhagavatam. There is 12 canto, 12 volume you can say. He gave commentary in English. So this is the higher study. I mean, you can see this is like BSc, that is MSc, and one more is there, Chaitanya Charitamrita, that is PhD. So it should be systematically. Now you cannot jump to Srimad Bhagavatam directly. You cannot understand. This is principle. Lord Krishna is telling about the principle. So here the author is writing that there he engaged for several years deep study and writing. So he was writing the commentary. Like in Bhagavad Gita, he wrote the commentary. You see the Bhagavad Gita, the 2000 edition, whatever is there, if you find the 700 sloka is same 700 sloka. But the way the message is there, if you see the purport is there. So this is unique. You cannot get. This is unique for Srila Prabhupada. The way he has explained, this is unique. So he accepted the renounced order of life. Sannyas, I told. This is called renounced order of life. Renounce everything. In 1959, at Radha Damodar, Sri Srila Prabhupada began work on his life's masterpiece, a multi-volume commentated translation of the 18,000 verses Srimad Bhagavatam. I told you, this is 700 verses. 700 sloka are there. But in Srimad Bhagavatam, that is 18,000. 18,000 श्लोक है उसमें इसमें भागवतम में. हाँ, ये भगवद गीता है 700 है, उसमें 18,000 श्लोक है उसमें. उनका ट्रांसलेशन प्रभुपाद जी ने लिखा. देखिए, you can imagine how much work is needed. You see how there is so much volume of work is needed. And other books also he wrote, like Easy Journey to Other Planets. Like nowadays we are planning to go to other planets, moon planet, your other planets. So, but the Prabhupada he wrote how we can go easily to other planets. Lord Krishna also told in Bhagavad Gita that if you want to go any planets, you can go, but the process is there for that. So, like Prabhupada told. Then, after publishing 3 volumes of Srimad Bhagavatam, he published 3 books of Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. The Prabhupada came to US in September 1965 to fulfill the mission of his spiritual master. I told you, it was the order of his guru to broadcast this message in the Western world in English. So he was preparing. He made his spiritual master in 1922, and when he is going to 1965. So it was a lifetime preparation for him. Like not that he came suddenly and he started speaking about Bhagavad Gita. Not like it was a preparation. You see, 43 years. Yes, sir, 22 to 65. Subsequently, His Divine Grace wrote more than 50 volumes of authoritative commentary, translation, and summary studies of philosophical and religious classics of India. So, when he first arrived in theater in New York City, so how he went to New York City, this is also other thing. He did not go with normal seat. He went with cargo. Like cargo ship means that luggage and all, whatever, maybe that they're not parcel ship, like that only. He went in that only to New York. And at the age of 69, at that age only, where people used to retire and sleep in the comfortably live, but at that age he went there. Yeah, first time. Yeah, alone he went. And alone he went, and only after almost a year, great difficulty, he did establish ISKCON. He established ISKCON there. In 1965 we won. In 1966 he established this ISKCON society, because for this only, to propagate the teaching of Lord Krishna, to bring a systematic teaching, like we are organizing say, every weekly. It is a systematic study, not like that once in a week. Sometimes we organize and we forgot, like that, not like that. Systematic study. So in July of 1966, he established ISKCON. Before he passed away on November 14, 1977, he had guided the society and seen it grow a worldwide confederation of more than 1,000 ashram. He was there when he was there. There was 1,000 ashram. Ashram means where people can practice this bhakti yoga. Schools are there. We have schools also. Bhakti Vedanta schools are there. Then temples, like we are seeing in Delhi itself, there are 12 temples. In East of Kailash, then Dwarka, Rohini, your Ghaziabad, Faridabad, like that only, NCR and Delhi. Then institute, farm communities also there. Like they have communities, like farm project they have. So that the Prabhupada ji was, his aim was that how we can live simply, with simple living and high thinking. Not like he was not favoring much about the factories and industries like that. You live simply and depends upon your agriculture. And we know that most of our economy also depends, you might have you well known that most of our economy depends upon agriculture. We are an agrarian country. So Prabhupada ji was promoting that also. So today the Tithi, today is the Tithi where he disappeared. But a Vaishnav never disappeared. Like we will study in the Bhagavad Gita, it is there. For the soul, there is no death. But the Prabhupada ji, the author, they are realized that they are already soul. They have already realized that they are already soul. So for them there is no death like this. There is no old age, not that. But because for the soul, it is unborn. There is no birth, no death for the. So those who have realized that we are discussing now, that there is Bhagavad Gita, there is process how you can realize also that you are not this body, you are spirit soul. So Prabhupada was in that platform only. So we remember Prabhupada. So Prabhupada ji also inspired the construction of several large cultural centers in India. The center Siddham Mayapur in West Bengal is the site for Plants Still City. So my aim was that we should remember him because of his contribution. We have that opportunity to study Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, when was the chance to study Bhagavad Gita? Like in this age, normally Bhagavad Gita study means people imagine that okay, you have retired from everything. Now we can study. Not now. In the active life, we cannot study. We should work. But here we have the opportunity that we can study also and we should work also. Whatever professional duty that we can discuss today. What are the duties, good duties we can perform. So already we were already has completed first chapter, sir. In the first chapter, Arjuna was putting so many arguments that why he should not fight. He was thinking that if I fight with the opposite party, it was a fight against the Kauravas and Pandavas were there. Pandavas means the son of Pandu. They were 5, and the Kauravas means the son of Dhritarashtra. They were 100 sons of Dhritarashtra. So it was a family fight, you can say. So, but it was the rightful owner were the Pandavas, but Arjuna was not able to fight because he was thinking that if I fight with them, then they will be killed. This is the one reason he gave that. He was so much compassion was there. I mean, he was thinking that why should I kill my own family member? Secondly, he told that if I kill them, then their dynasty will be destroyed, all will be killed. Then who will be there to put the Pindodaka Kriya? Is there, na, sir? Whenever there is some death of some our family member, then we put Shraddha. Sir, we put Shraddha for them. We offer some water or food for them. So Arjuna was telling that who will offer that if all the people they died. Thirdly, he told that if I kill them, there will be pap, sinful activities will be there. Sin. If I kill them, I will be committing sin. I will be मेरे को पाप लग जाएगा उनको मारूंगा मैं तो। और उन्होंने ये बोला कि अगर मैं उनको मार दूंगा तो where will be my enjoyment? How can I enjoy? Where is my enjoyment? Suppose if I win also the kingdom, if I win the kingdom, there will be nobody. Like suppose you got some success, you got some success, but there is nobody. So how can we enjoy the success? Normally, success means what we share with other and we enjoy. But if there is nobody to there, if I kill them, my relatives, to with whom I can enjoy. So these are the reasons Arjuna was giving why he should not fight. But because after this argument also, his condition was the same. There was no improvement in his condition. If you see in the last verse of the first chapter, the condition of Arjuna is given here. If you see, it will be you can imagine how much depressed he was. His mind was so much depressed. You can see here. I'm reading just. Sanjay said, it is the 46th number verse of first chapter. Sanjay said, Arjuna, having thus spoken on the battlefield, cast aside his bow and arrow and sat down on the chariot, his mind overwhelmed with grief. So I'm reading that. While observing the situation of the enemy, Arjuna stood up on the chariot. So Arjuna told to Lord Krishna that, please drive my chariot in between the two armies so that I can see who else are present, so that I can fight with them. But if you see in the at the last chapter, in the end of the first chapter, he is not able to fight actually. He's having so much grief, so much sorrow is there with him. And his mind is getting depressed, and he sat down on the chariot. वो रथ में बैठ गया, वो युद्ध करने निकले थे कि भगवान को बोला उन्होंने कि मेरे को दोनों सेनाओं के बीच में ले जाओ, मैं वहां पे देखूंगा कि कौन कौन आए हैं। पर हम देखते हैं लास्ट में, जो चैप्टर नंबर 1 के लास्ट में, तो वो बैठ जाते हैं, नहीं मेरे को युद्ध मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा। वो दुखी है, बहुत दुखी है। अगर हम सेकंड चैप्टर के उसका जो फर्स्ट वर्स में फर्स्ट श्लोक में देखते हैं, तो वहां पे भी संजय ने बोला है कि seeing Arjuna full of compassion, his mind depressed. See the condition of Arjuna. His eyes full of tears. उनका जो वो रो रहे हैं, मतलब जो ये देख रहे हैं, कौन देख रहे हैं? ये संजय देख रहे हैं। देखिए सर, when at that time Sanjay was in the royal palace of Dhritarashtra. वो उनके राज दरबार में ही थे संजय। उनके साथ संजय जो है उनके सेक्रेटरी थे, और वो देख पा रहे हैं कहाँ पे कुरुक्षेत्र में युद्ध हो रहा है। वो तो ठीक है, उन्होंने बाहर एक्सटर्नल चीज तो ठीक है दिखाई दे रहा है सबको, but he was able to see the mind also. Otherwise, how he is writing here, you see here, his mind is full of depressed. He is able to enter to his mind also. Sanjay was. That was the time. At that time, this was the situation. Like we have the television to see far long distance things, but there was the system that they can they can see by the power that they can see the long distance thing, but they can understand what is going in their heart also. That was the situation at that time. So if you see there, like Arjuna was so much great fighter. You see the fighting. You have heard about the story. आप लोगों ने सुना होगा जब द्रोणाचार्य बोलते हैं कि बाकी ये द्रोणाचार्य he told his other disciple also to shoot one bird. You must have heard about their story. So other he was asking one by one his disciple, Duryodhana, what you are seeing? Are you seeing the bird? Are you seeing the tree? Are you seeing his feather? But they were telling that yes, I am seeing the bird only. I am seeing the feather. I am seeing the tree where the bird is seated. But he asked Arjuna, what are you seeing? Arjuna, he told, I am seeing his eyes only. Then again he asked, what are you seeing? I am seeing his eyes only. What are you seeing actually? I am seeing his eyes. You see how much focus he was. He was not seeing the feather, not his tree, not anything. So he was so much focused, so much powerful. He was so much powerful. He has got so many, what do you call, Pasupati Astra, that is from Lord Shiva. He got that benediction. He got one chariot, the Rath, he got from the Agni. Agni he also got. From Indraji also he got many weapons. after he fought, after he won the whatever battle was there. So he was so much recognized as a fighter. Even if you see the condition of Arjuna, he's crying. Such a great fighter, he's crying. So this is the situation of our mind. The mind can bring us to such a situation. So there are three types of difficulties we have. There are three types of what you call क्लेश और miseries, or we can say what you call कष्ट. हम लोग के तीन प्रकार के कष्ट होते हैं. एक तो होते हैं आध्यात्मिक होते हैं, जो अपने शरीर और मन के उसकी वजह से होती है, और एक होती है आदि भौतिक होती है, कोई दूसरे जीव से होती है. अदर लिविंग एंटिटीज, सपोज मॉस्किटो बाइट, दिस बाइट, कोरोना वायरस. So these are called आदि भौतिक. One more is there, that is आदिदैविक. These are controlled by the demigods, देवताओं के द्वारा कंट्रोल होती है. हम तो बिलीव नहीं होता है कि ये जो कभी कभी हो जाता है, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, sometimes so much cold, there is flood, there is so much heat. These are controlled, as Shastra says, these are not controlled by nature, but controlled by the higher, the living entity, the higher planets, like demigod we tell. The Bhagavad they are called as देवताओं के द्वारा वो कंट्रोल होती है. पर हम लोगों को बिलीव नहीं है. ऊपर शास्त्रों में ये लिखाया गया है. तो तीन टाइप के क्लेशों में जो है, the maximum suffering that one we get is from our आध्यात्मिक क्लेश, the mind. You see here the Arjuna's condition also same. His mind is getting depressed. Such a warrior. So this is the situation of Arjuna. So then again, after he was confused whether he should fight or not. So again he submit to the Lord Krishna. He told, there is one famous sloka, it is called कार्पण्य दोष उपहत स्वभाव प्रेक्षामि त्वं धर्म समूढ़ चेत यस्य स्यान् निश्चितं ब्रूहितं में शिष्यस्ते अहम साधिमां त्वं प्रपन्नम. वो जब अर्जुन तो आर्गुमेंट करते रहते हैं, पर वो कोई सोल्यूशन नहीं मिलता उनको. देखा होगा हम लोग कंडीशन देखा उनको, वो डिप्रेस्ड है, वो कंफ्यूजन में है. पर वो क्या करते हैं, 7वें श्लोक में हम देखते हैं, बोल रहे हैं, देखिए बहुत अच्छा श्लोक है. नाउ आई एम कंफ्यूज्ड अबाउट माय ड्यूटी and I have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. मेरे को जो है, मेरा जो हृदय जो है दुर्बल हो चुका है. मैं वीक हो चुका हूँ. मैं इस वजह से मैं मेरे ड्यूटी को मैं कर नहीं पा रहा हूँ. In this condition I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. आप बताइए कि मेरे लिए क्या बेस्ट है. And now I am your disciple and a soul surrender unto you. Please instruct me. तो बोल रहे हैं कि जो है, पहले तो वो समझ रहे थे कि जिससे भगवान उनके फ्रेंड है, तो फ्रेंडली टॉक कर रहे थे वो. उन्हें जैसे कि फ्रेंडली में तो हम लोग ठीक है, आपने कुछ बोल दिया, मैंने कुछ बोल दिया, तो यू आल्सो टॉक समथिंग, आई आल्सो टॉक. देयर इज नो सीरियसनेस इन दैट. बट ही वाज नॉट एबल टू फाइंड द सॉल्यूशन टू दैट. व्हाटएवर सफरिंग ही वाज गेटिंग, व्हाटएवर द bewilderment he was getting, whatever the confusion he was getting, but he was not getting out of that confusion. So he again he takes shelter of Lord Krishna. He is telling that I am your shishya. Shishyaste aham means I am a disciple, and I have surrendered to you, and please instruct me. So in our life also we get so much bewilderment, so much confusion. Every step there is confusion. Prabhupada ji writes in one of this purport only. If you see Prabhupada ji writes in the 7th also. So Prabhupada ji writes that every step we are confused. Very important. There is one line. By nature's own way, the complete system of material activity is a source of perplexities for everyone. By nature's own way, ये जो हम लोगों को कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है, सब चीजें हो रहा है ना, ये ऑटोमेटिकली बनाया गया है नेचर को ऐसा. यहाँ पता लगा, बाय नेचर्स ओन वे जो भी हम लोग अभी जो एक्टिविटी कर रहे हैं, ये सोर्स ऑफ परप्लेक्सिटी है. हमको हमेशा कंफ्यूजन होती है. आपने देखा होगा, थोड़ा बहुत कंफ्यूजन हमेशा रहती है कि मैं ये करूँ या ये सही है या नहीं है, ये करूँ या ये करूँ. तो इसीलिए बताया जाता है कि कभी लोग पूछते हैं कि भगवान ने ये जो युद्ध क्षेत्र क्यों चूज किया उन्होंने. भाई ये कृष्ण मतलब चूज बैटल फील्ड, स्पीक भगवद गीता. So this is the battle we have already. Always that what should I do? Then I should do this or not. So always there is some confusion in that. So for that reason, Arjuna is showing here that we should take guidance. We should take guidance from some higher authority. From whom will take guidance? There are many people to whom I should approach. To those who have this knowledge and who are out of this confusion, isn't it? ऐसा नहीं है कि हम सबके पास जाना है कि उनको गाइड लेना है. जो इन confusion से दूर है, those who are out of this confusion, those who are in this knowledge, they can guide us. So Arjuna is showing here example. If you see Arjuna is like a what do you call? He's playing the role of us actually. For human society, he's playing our role only. Actually, Arjuna, he is a friend of Lord Krishna. He's a devotee of Lord Krishna. So if you see, for example, if somebody is our friend of our director or JDR, so he cannot be a simple person. He must be having some quality similar to that. Otherwise, friendship how develops? There must be some quality, similar qualities. Otherwise, how one can develop friendship? So if you see, Lord Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, tells that Bhakto se me sakha cheti. In chapter number 4, he tells why I am speaking to you. Means he tells that Bhakto se me sakha cheti rahasyam idad uttamam. You are my friend and you are my devotee. This is the reason I am speaking to you, and you can only understand. So Arjuna was not like us actually. He was like, he is a devotee of Lord Krishna. He is in knowledge and he knows what to do and what to not do. But Lord Krishna has put to in this condition so that he can ask the question. Otherwise, how Bhagavad Gita will be spoken? If everything is known to Arjuna, then why does scope for Bhagavan Lord Krishna to speak Bhagavad Gita? So he has to speak for us only actually. You see, it is there in Bhagavad Gita also. So everything, if you ask everything, it is there in Bhagavad Gita. So it is there in one of the place that why Lord Krishna spoke Arjuna behave like this. It is there. So I was just reading this. Being an associate of Lord Krishna, Arjuna was above all ignorance. हमने अभी डिस्कस किया कि अर्जुन जो है ये अज्ञान से दूर की सब, he was above all ignorance, but Arjuna was put into ignorance. It was the arrangement of Lord. It was भगवान ने ही arrange किए थे कि वो अज्ञान में रहे. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, just to question. See Arjuna, Lord Bhagavan, this is the mercy of Lord actually. This is his mercy for us or human beings. He is making his devotee put into ignorance. He is putting ignorance to him about the problems of life, so that the Lord could explain them for the benefit of future generation of human beings, for us, and check out the plan of life, so that we can plan our life and to fulfill our mission of life. Then men could act accordingly and perfect the mission of human life. So this human life have some purpose, some mission we have. Not like eating, sleeping, mating and defending. There are 4 things. Ahar, Nidra, Bhayam, Maithuna. Eating, आते हम लोग. Eating, sleeping, सो जाते हैं. Mating, sex life, and defending मतलब हम लोग घर बनाते हैं. मतलब घर नहीं, मतलब प्रोटेक्शन, हम लोग प्रोटेक्शन चाहते हैं. ये 4 चीज एनिमल भी करते हैं. आहार, निद्रा, भय, मैथुन जो है आनंद, वो एनिमल लाइफ के केस में ही होता है. तो डिफरेंस क्या होता है, जो धर्म जो है ना, ये हम लोग ही कर पाते हैं. जो ह्यूमन लाइफ का जो पर्पस है, जो धर्म है, हम थोड़ा धर्म के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. उसमें है 2 टाइप का धर्म होता है. एक तो होता है स्वधर्म होता है और एक होता है सनातन धर्म होता है. स्वधर्म होता है, जैसे हमने डिस्कस किया कि 4 वर्ण होता है, 4 आश्रम होता है. तो 4 आश्रम के हिसाब से, जैसे कि ब्रह्मचर्य का कुछ ड्यूटी है, गृहस्थ लाइफ में कुछ ड्यूटी है, वानप्रस्थ में कुछ ड्यूटी है, संन्यास के लिए कुछ ड्यूटी है. तो अगर जिस टाइप का जो स्टेज में है उनके लिए अलग अलग ड्यूटी है. इसको बोलते हैं स्वधर्म बोलते हैं. तो आपको करना है उस स्टेज का जो काम है. और एक सनातन धर्म होता है. जैसे हमने डिस्कस किया कि हमको तो ये नॉलेज नहीं है अभी कि हम आत्मा है, हम शरीर नहीं है करके. We don't have the knowledge that we are this soul and we are not this body. So there is 2 things. Soul is there, and we also think that we are body for the present condition of life. So we have 2 duty. For the bodily also we have duty, like according to our burnout, sorry, according to our ashram, we have duty. So for Grihastha, he has to earn the money to maintain his family. And that he has to earn, what you call, very honestly. For the student life, the brahmacharya, they has to study. Their duty is to study. For the Banaprastha, they will travel to many pilgrimage places. And for the sannyas, they will totally leave the house and they will preach the message of the Lord. This is the structure. So both the duties, as we are discussing, that if somebody performs these two duties, then only he can realize that he is not the body, he is the soul. You understand, sir? Without this two duty, without performing this two duty, we cannot know. Nobody can know. And if you ask anybody, nobody has that idea that we are not this body, we are soul, because we are not performing this two duty. Our Swadharma and Sanatana Dharma, both have to perform. And I was studying also that whatever miseries we are getting, whatever cost we are getting, whatever pain we are getting, because of this two reason only, we are not performing this two duty. So like a rail we have in the train, it has to move in the two rails, two track. So these are the two track. These two duties are the two track. So both we have to perform. So here also that Lord Krishna is telling, you see, this is I think something different. You see, Prabhupada writing, then man could act accordingly and perfect the mission of human life. So human life has some purpose. It's not like हम लोग ऐसे मतलब जो है eating, sleeping, mating, defending हो गया, वो खत्म हो गया, ऐसा नहीं है. ये जो धर्म का जो बता रहे थे हम लोग, ये धर्म जो है ह्यूमन ही कर सकता है उसको. ये जो स्वधर्म है और सनातन धर्म है, ये ह्यूमन ही कर सकता है. तो हमने देखा था कि जो सेकंड चैप्टर में ये हुआ था कि फिर उन्होंने क्या किया, जो अर्जुन जो है वो भगवान को सरेंडर किए, बोले कि आप ही मेरे को बताओ कि मेरा क्या धर्म है, क्या ड्यूटी है. तो भगवान उनको फिर आत्मज्ञान देते. वो आत्मा के बारे में बताते हैं उनको. जैसे कि बोलते हैं कि जो आप जो सोच रहे हो कि मैं उनको आई एम यू आर एबल टू किल देम, तो लॉर्ड कृष्ण टेल्स दैट नो, नॉट लाइक दैट. They are soul, they are not this body, so you cannot kill them. Actually you are not killing them. You are thinking that you will kill them, but this is, they will just change their body only. After this life they will change their body. So it doesn't encourage us to kill actually. ऐसा नहीं कि हमने आप you are not this body, you are soul, I will kill you. Not, it doesn't encourage that. But here for Arjuna's case, it was a fight for dharma. He has to fight for his own cause because he was the rightful owner of this particular kingdom. But for that reason, he can kill. But you cannot kill. You cannot kill even an ant also. You cannot kill even an ant. You have to pay for that. Unknowingly, it is, or knowingly, you cannot kill anything because that is not sanctioned by anything. If you kill, then some reaction will be there. So Lord Krishna gives the nature of soul. Like Lord Krishna told in that the soul changes the body from small boy. Like in the childhood, we had a different body. If you see your photos in the childhood, there will be different body. In the youth also you had different body. Now also you have different body. In the old age you will have different body. We are changing the body. The soul is changing the body, but soul remains the same only. We feel the same. अच्छा फील करते हैं कि हम लोग सेम ही है, पर थोड़ा सा हम लोग अलग अलग, हम लोगों ने शरीर चेंज किया है. तो बॉडी इज गेटिंग चेंज ओनली. सो लॉर्ड कृष्ण टेल दैट if you are thinking that you will kill them, it is not possible to kill the soul. He will tell, na jayate na mriyate va kajati, na jayate, it has never take birth, na mriyate, it will not die also. For the soul there is no birth, and for if there is no birth, then there is no death also. So Lord Krishna tells so many characteristics of soul, like it cannot be destroyed by fire, it cannot be burned by fire, it cannot be dried by wind. So many characteristics Lord Krishna gives, just to encourage that that you are not this body, you are soul. You should perform your duty properly. So this was the message of Lord Krishna. So there are so many verses like Bhagavad Gita from 2.12 to 30. Lord Krishna gives second chapter के जो 12वें श्लोक से 30वां श्लोक तक है. भगवान बताते हैं कि जो आत्मा का जो क्या नेचर होता है उसमें। आत्मा को आप जो है, आत्मा को कोई जन्म नहीं होता, उसको कोई मृत्यु नहीं होती। आप उसमें की कोई भी वेपन लो, आप मार नहीं सकते उसको, कोई भी वेपन से वो मरेगा नहीं। हाँ, वो हमेशा रहता ही है। अभी एक शरीर से वो दूसरे शरीर में चेंज हो जाता है। तो बहुत ही पूरा डिटेल बताते हैं वो। उसके बाद फिर बोलते हैं कि जो दो ड्यूटी के बारे में बताते हैं। ये तो हमने सुन लिया कि जैसे कि आत्मा, ये तो जान लिया थियोटिकली कि हम आत्मा है, हम शरीर नहीं है। पर वो हाउ कैन वी रियलाइज दैट दैट वी आर दिस सोल, वी आर नॉट दिस बॉडी। वी हैव टू परफॉर्म द दिस टू ड्यूटी, स्वधर्म एंड सनातन धर्म। एंड इफ यू परफॉर्म दैट, and for the one more thing is that to perform this two duty also, Lord Krishna spoke in one of the famous verse that is most quoted, that is in Bhagavad Gita, that कर्मण्य एव कर्मण्य एव अधिकारस्ते माँ फलेषु कदाचन माँ फल हेतुर्भु माते संग अकर्मणि। दैट इज मोस्ट फेमस वर्स। यू सी आस्क एनीबॉडी, जो है हमको कर्म करना चाहिए पर हमको फल का आशा नहीं करना चाहिए। ये बहुत फेमस श्लोक है। पर जो भी हमने बताया कि जो टू ड्यूटीज है उसको हमको कैसे करना है, वी हैव राइट टू परफॉर्म द ड्यूटी। हाँ, बोल रहे कि कर्मण्य एवं अधिकार अस्ति, आपको अधिकार है कर्म करने का। कर्मण्य एवं अधिकार अस्ति माँ फलेषु कदाचन, आपको फल पे आपका अधिकार नहीं है। आप कर्म करोगे, जैसे कि हम लोग जो ड्यूटी बताया कि हम लोग ड्यूटी करेंगे, प्रेस्क्राइब ड्यूटी करेंगे। जो ड्यूटी जो स्वधर्म है, सनातन धर्म, हम लोग करेंगे। पर हम उसके ड्यूटी करने का अधिकार है, उसका फल पे हम लोग का कोई अधिकार नहीं है। तो फिर बोलेगा कि हम अगर हम फल पे अधिकार नहीं है तो हम करेंगे कर्म क्यों। हाँ, तो फिर भगवान बताते हैं कि आप ये मत सोचना कि आप उसका कॉज भी हो, आप जो कर रहे हो वो उसका कॉज भी नहीं होगा। आप सोच रहे हो कि मैं कर रहा हूँ करके, और वास्तव में हम कर ही नहीं है कोई काम। जो प्रकृति का जो 3 गुण होता है उसको, प्रकृति के बोलते हैं उसको रजोगुण, तमोगुण और सत्वगुण। एक्चुअली यही करवाता है काम हमको। हम सोचते हैं, जो जीव जो सोचता है कि मैं कर रहा हूँ, आई एम डूइंग द वर्क, बट एक्चुअली ही इज नॉट डूइंग द वर्क। इट हैज बीन डन अंडर द दिस 3 मोड्स, वी कॉल 3 मोड्स। तीनों गुण है, उनके गुणों के हिसाब से वो करता है। वो भगवान बताते हैं उसके बारे में भी। और आगे क्या बोलते हैं कि आप ये मत सोचना कि जो है आप कॉज हो, आप उस काम को कर रहे हो। और वो लास्ट में बोलते हैं, अगर ठीक है, इफ आई एम नॉट द कॉज देन व्हाई शुड आई डू द ड्यूटी। नो, इट इज ऑल्सो नॉट एडवाइजेबल। यू शुड नॉट रिफ्रेन फ्रॉम डूइंग योर ड्यूटी, दैट इज सिंफुल। अगर आप अपने ड्यूटी नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो प्रेस्क्राइब ड्यूटी अगर नहीं करते हैं, तो वो भी आपका सीन है वो। हाँ, वो भी पाप है। तो हम लोग कभी भी ऐसे ड्यूटी से हम भाग नहीं सकते हैं। तो भगवान बहुत अच्छे बताते हैं वो, यू हैव राइट टू परफॉर्म योर प्रेस्क्राइब ड्यूटी। यहाँ पे एक चीज और है, तो बोलते हैं कि प्रेस्क्राइब ड्यूटी क्या है। हाँ, ड्यूटी तो ड्यूटी है, प्रेस्क्राइब ड्यूटी क्या है। तो हम जो सोचते हैं ड्यूटी, वो वास्तव में वो ड्यूटी नहीं है। हाँ, जैसे कि हम लोग, जैसे कि इफ यू हैव गॉट सम फीवर, वी आर ओके, ठीक है, आई गॉट सम फीवर, let me go to medicine shop and bring some Sinarest, I can get rid of that, or paracetamol, I can get rid of that, or some whatever other diseases also. We do like this, but not like this. But most of the time, if you see the same medicine, if the doctor prescribe this, we get cured. But when we go and choose the medicine, it doesn't work, because doctor knows our nature. So when we go to doctor, what he will do? He will check the BP, he will check the temperature, he will ask you what type of food you took, he will ask you what type of whether you are able to sleep or not, what type of food you are taking. So he knows that, okay, this is the condition, okay, you take this medicine, you get cured. And normally it happens like that. Now, when we go and we choose a medicine, it doesn't work actually. Same medicine, same type of medicine. So prescribed duty means it has to be prescribed by somebody. And who is that somebody? He must be, for what Lord Krishna, what Arjuna shows here, he must be representative of Lord Krishna. हाँ, ऐसा कोई होना चाहिए जो भगवान, देखिए हम किसको अप्रोच कर रहे हैं, किसको अप्रोच करना चाहिए, हम ऐसे कोई आदमी अप्रोच करना चाहिए कि जो सुप्रीम हो। जैसे कि हम लोग यहाँ देखते हैं कि जो अर्जुन जो है बताते हैं कि तो भगवान कृष्ण को वो अप्रोच करते हैं। अगर तो श्रील प्रभुपाद जी बताते हैं तो भगवान कृष्ण है, भगवान कृष्ण तो उनके वाणी के माध्यम से है। अब अगर कोई पूछेगा कि हाउ हाउ कैन आई अप्रोच लॉर्ड कृष्ण, सो लॉर्ड कृष्ण कैन बी अप्रोच थ्रू भगवत गीता। ही हैज गिवन द इंस्ट्रक्शन इन भगवत गीता, वी कैन अप्रोच लॉर्ड कृष्ण एंड थ्रू ही रिप्रेजेंटेटिव आल्सो दोज हु आर फॉलोइंग द भगवत गीता, वी कैन अप्रोच देम। So the duties should be prescribed. Yeah, so it is very important. Mostly what we feel whatever we like, that is our duty. No, if you see here, that word should be noted that it is prescribed duty. Somebody has prescribed for us also, in the working in the laboratory also. So we have been assigned some duty, in terms of mandates or taxi program or whatever. Something has been there to guide us. It's not that whimsical, okay, I go and whatever field I want, I can do work in that. Is it not there? So somebody has to prescribe of the duty. So here also the duty should be prescribed. So both the duties, whether you do the Swadharma or Sanatan Dharma, if somebody has to prescribe the duty. And who is the somebody? It must be the supreme person. Here Lord Krishna is the supreme. If you see, Lord Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita also, Matta paradara nanya kinchid asti dhananjaya. There is no superior truth than me. Many places he tells. In one of the places he tells that Bhoktaram yajna tapasya sarvalokam maheshwara srihada sarvabhutanam gyatma mam santiricchati. He tells that Bhoktaram yajna tapasya, जो भी आप लोग काम कर रहे हैं उसका जो भोक्ता है, एंजॉयर जो है, वो मैं हूँ। और सर्वलोकम महेश्वर, जितने भी लोग हैं, जितने भी प्लानिटरी सिस्टम्स है, उसका जो मालिक हूँ मैं हूँ। इसका कहने का मतलब जो है, हमको ऐसा कोई पर्सन को अप्रोच करना चाहिए जो सुप्रीम हो या जो सुप्रीम को फॉलो करता है। तो देयर इज कॉल्ड प्रिस्क्राइब ड्यूटी। सो यू हैव द राइट टू परफॉर्म योर प्रिस्क्राइब ड्यूटी। देखिए, जो नॉर्मली लोग आधा अधूरा बोलते हैं, क्यों बोलते हैं कि यस मेरे को जो है आपको काम करने का अधिकार है, आपको फल क्यों कोई आधा नहीं है। पर आगे और भी है, आगे क्या बताते हैं उसी श्लोक में बताते हैं, यू हैव राइट टू परफॉर्म योर प्रिस्क्राइब ड्यूटी बट यू आर नॉट एंटाइटल्ड टू द फ्रूट्स ऑफ एक्शन। आप जो कर्म कर रहे हो उसका जो फ्रूट्स है, आप एंटाइटल नहीं हो उसके लिए। नेवर कंसिडर योरसेल्फ द कॉज ऑफ द रिजल्ट ऑफ योर एक्टिविटी। आप जो काम कर रहे हो ये मत सोचना कि आपने किया वो काम, एंड तो इसका मतलब हम लोग करेंगे नहीं काम। एंड नेवर बी अटैच्ड टू नॉट डूइंग योर ड्यूटी। Never be attached to not doing your duty. Isla Prabhupada writes also, if you are not able to do a duty, that is also not good. This is called sinful. पाप होगा। अगर हम लोगों का ड्यूटी अपने नहीं किए तो उसको हम पाप होना पड़ेगा। तो ऐसे ही भगवान बताते हैं कि जो है, अगर कोई ये जानना चाहेगा कि मैं आत्मा हूँ, शरीर नहीं हूँ, तो उसको ये ड्यूटी करना होगा। उसके बाद फिर अर्जुन पूछते हैं कि अगर कोई आप बता रहे हो कि भगवान की आप ऐसा कोई पर्सन है जो रियलाइज कर चुका है कि वो आत्मा है, वो शरीर नहीं है, तो उसका सिम्टम क्या है बताओ। वो बताते हैं, भगवान बताते हैं कि जो बोल रहे हैं कि जो आनंद में रहेगा। तो अर्जुन पूछते हैं कि आप बताइए कि उसके कैसा स्वभाव कैसे रहेगा, कि ऐसे जो आदमी ये समझ लिया है कि वो आत्मा है, वो शरीर के लेवल पे नहीं है। तो भगवान बताते हैं सेकेंड चैप्टर के 54 वर्ष से ये बताते हैं 72। ये जो वर्ष है इसमें ये बताया जाता है कि अगर कोई व्यक्ति अगर आत्मा के प्लेटफॉर्म में है, आत्मा के स्तर में है, तो उसका क्या नेचर होता है, वो कैसे बोलता है, उसका कैसे सोचता है, वो पूरा डिटेल उन्होंने बताया है। तो ये जो सेकंड चैप्टर है वो 4 भागों में विभक्त किया गया है, 4 डिविजन्स हैव बीन मेड। तो फर्स्ट इज वी सी द कंडीशन ऑफ अर्जुन, ऑब्वियसली सर, दैट ही इज डिप्रेस्ड, he is confused, they are not able to decide what to do, whether he should fight or not. Then again he takes shelter of his Lord Krishna. He tells that I am your Shishya and please instruct me. So that section is called the identity, the true identity, who we are actually. Actually who we are. That Gyan Bhagavan Lord Krishna gives, Atma Gyan, that you are not this body, you are soul. Then again that is called if you see it is called the second chapter, it is the title is that contents of Gita summarized. So the teachers, they have acronym this particular chapter as Gita, because it is a content of Gita summarized, means whatever present in the Bhagavad Gita, it has been summarized in this particular chapter only. The G for Guru, like Lord Krishna is acting as a Guru for Arjuna. G for Guru. I for identity. The Guru gives the identity. And T for two duties. Two duties. How to realize that I am not this soul? Sorry, I am not this body, I am soul. You have to perform the two duties: Swadharma, Sanatana Dharma. And last is A for Atmanam. Who is that person who has realized that he is the soul, is not his body, and what is his characteristic? So this particular Gita or the second chapter can be grouped into this four sections. The first section, the crisis of the Arjuna. Second is our true identity, who we are. Actually, this is the first step of self-realization. That who am I? I am thinking I am a body actually. I am thinking that I am body. So we are not this body. The body also, there are two types of body. This is the gross body we see. This is gross body. इसको बोलते हैं पंच महाभूत से बना होता है. अर्थ वाटर एयर फायर ईथर, इस सबसे बना होता है. उसके जो एवब है उसको सटल बॉडी बोलते हैं. सटल बॉडी मतलब जो सूक्ष्म शरीर है, वो क्या है? माइंड होता है, इंटेलिजेंस होता है और ईगो होता है. वो हमको दिखता नहीं है. वो दिखता नहीं है. माइंड हमको दिखता नहीं है, ना इंटेलिजेंस दिखता है, ना हमको ईगो दिखता है, पर वो रहता है. ऐसा नहीं कि हम लोग माइंड ही नहीं है, हम लोग इंटेलिजेंस नहीं है. पर वो जो सटल बॉडी है, जो सूक्ष्म शरीर है, ये इसको चलाता है. देखिए, जो भी काम हम लोग करते हैं कैसे करते हैं? माइंड से सोचते हो पहले हम लोग. तो वो जो सटल बॉडी है, जो सूक्ष्म शरीर है, वो इस शरीर को चलाता है. और सूक्ष्म क्या है? वो जो सटल सूक्ष्म से और सूक्ष्म क्या है? वो सोल है, जो आत्मा है. तो वो सबसे ज्यादा वो सूक्ष्म मानते हैं उसको. तो वो बताते हैं उसके बारे में. तो ये जो है वो, ये तो हमने थोड़ा सा ओवरव्यू डिस्कस किया है, और इन डिटेल जो है भगवान बताते हैं कि कैसे जो है आत्मा का क्या नेचर है. इन डिटेल बताया है कि आपको कोई भी कंफ्यूजन नहीं रहेगा कि आत्मा का क्या कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है. और लोग बोलते हैं कि ठीक है, अभी तो ठीक है, हम लोग अलग अलग हैं, हम अगर मर जाएंगे तो हम आत्मा जो है परमात्मा में विलीन हो जाएगा. The soul will be merged in the supreme soul. No, not like this. Lord Krishna tells that now whatever individual, you are individual, I am individual. In future also will be like this only, individual only. Not like that all will merge to the supreme soul. लोग बोलते हैं ना कि ब्रह्म में लीन हो जाना है. ऐसा कोई ब्रह्म में लीन नहीं होता है. हम लोग जैसे है अभी, ऐसे हम ये शरीर के बाद जो हम लोग आध्यात्मिक शरीर मिलता है, उसमें भी हम लोग की इंडिविजुअलिटी मेंटेन रहती है. वो भी भगवान बताते हैं, डिटेल बताते हैं. जो मायावादी बोलते हैं, कुछ मायावाद एक ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल होते हैं, वो लोग ये सोचते हैं कि हम अभी माया में है, कि हम लोग अलग अलग सोचते हैं. नहीं तो हम अगर माया से अगर हम मुक्त हो जाते हैं, इफ यू आर अवे फ्रॉम द माया, देन वी कैन ऑल्सो बिकम गॉड. Their thinking is like this only. So there is also very detailed description. Sir is attending the classes regularly every Saturday. So in their classes, everything he teaches in detail what is the characteristic of soul, and every slope he will take and every explanation he will give. So much knowledge is there. So much. This is one part, and we discuss only. And same thing, sir. I was seeing the Bhagavad Gita. In the second chapter, first verse, I was telling now that if you are whatever duty you are performing, you should not be attached to the result of your duty. Same thing Prabhupada ji told in the first verse itself in the Bhagavad Gita 2.1, second chapter, first verse that I am reading. So this second chapter instructs us, teaches us in the self-realization by analytical study of material body and spirit soul. शरीर और आत्मा के बीच में वो डिफरेंस बताते हैं. एंड एज एक्सप्लेन बाय द सुप्रीम अथॉरिटी लॉर्ड श्री कृष्ण, एंड बोलते हैं कि दिस रियलाइजेशन इज पॉसिबल. ये जो रियलाइजेशन है, ये जो साक्षात्कार है कि हम आत्मा है, शरीर नहीं है, ये कब पॉसिबल होगा? व्हेन वन इज वर्क्स विदाउट अटैचमेंट टू द फ्रूटिव रिजल्ट. अब जो भी ड्यूटी कर रहे हैं उसका अगर आप आसक्त नहीं हो उसके फल के प्रति, तभी पॉसिबल है. हमने बताया कि जैसे कि अगर किसी को ये कैसे साक्षात्कार होगा कि वो आत्मा नहीं, सॉरी शरीर नहीं है, आत्मा है करके, अगर वो ड्यूटी करता है, ये जो ड्यूटी बताया हमने कि एक तो स्वधर्म है, जो कि हम लोगों के शरीर के लेवल में जो ड्यूटी है, अपनी फैमिली को जो है, जॉब जो है, सोसाइटी के लिए जो भी वर्क है, और दूसरी ड्यूटी है जो आत्मा के लिए जो है, हाँ, भगवान की जो हम लोगों के साथ संबंध है आत्मा का, हाँ, जो सेवा है, भगवान की जो सेवा है, वो आत्मा के लेवल पे ड्यूटी है। तो अगर ये ड्यूटी अगर कोई नहीं करता है, हाँ, तो वो समझ नहीं पाएगा कि वो आत्मा है करके। और वो भी ड्यूटी, वो ऐसे कैसे ड्यूटी करेगा, वो ड्यूटी करेगा पर उसको फल का कोई उसका इच्छा नहीं है। चलो ऐसा नहीं कि हाँ चलो मैं दोनों ड्यूटी कर रहा हूँ और मेरे को ये मतलब नॉलेज नहीं हो रहा कि मैं आत्मा हूँ करके। तो ये बोल रहे हैं कि ये पॉसिबल है व्हेन वर्क विदाउट अटैचमेंट टू द फ्रूटिव रिजल्ट। रिजल्ट के प्रति आसक्त नहीं है, जो ड्यूटी कर रहा है वो रिजल्ट के प्रति आसक्त नहीं है, तभी वो पॉसिबल है। इसीलिए तो आप अगर किसी को पूछोगे, आप कोई भी भगवत गीता को स्पीकर को बोल आप ले आओ, उसको बोलोगे तो वो आप बता नहीं पाएगा कि आत्मा है या शरीर है, कुछ नहीं बता पाएगा, उससे कोई साक्षात्कार नहीं हुई, क्योंकि वो ड्यूटी हमने परफॉर्म नहीं किया है। जो ड्यूटी भगवान बता रहे हैं कि स्वधर्म और सनातन धर्म है, तो ड्यूटी हमने परफॉर्म ही नहीं किया है, तो हम कैसे जान पाएंगे कि हम लोग आत्मा आत्मा है, शरीर नहीं है करके। और आत्मा का नेचर क्या होता है? सत चित आनंद। सत मतलब जैसे हमने बताया कि उसका कोई, वो हमेशा रहता है, डेथ नहीं होती। हम लोग का कभी डेथ नहीं होती, आत्मा का जो है कभी डेथ नहीं होता। सत बोलते हैं उसको, सत। सत मतलब जो चिरस्थायी है। और चित मतलब वो पूरा ज्ञान में स्थित है। जैसे हमने अभी ज्ञान में जो हम लोग भगवान के ज्ञान का डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, हम लोग इस ज्ञान में वो स्थित है। जो आत्मा जो है इस ज्ञान में स्थित है। हाँ, और जो आत्मा के लेवल में है वो इस ज्ञान में स्थित है। और तीसरा क्या है? वो आनंद। तो तीन होता है, सत चित और आनंद। हाँ, वो तीन उसका क्वालिटी होती है। जो आत्मा का जो क्वालिटी होती है, सत, सत मतलब जो है वो चिरस्थायी रहता है, वो डेथ नहीं होता है। चित मतलब वो आनंद, मतलब वो ज्ञान में परिपूर्ण है। और आनंद मतलब वो हमेशा आनंद में रहता है। और अगर कोई भी चीज देखोगे आप दुनिया में, अगर देखोगे ना, इन तीनों चीजों की हम परफेक्शन में हम लोग एंडिवर कर रहे हैं। हाँ, अगर आप देखोगे कोई भी हम लोग ड्यूटी करते हैं, कोई जो भी काम करते हैं, इन 30 दिनों का परफेक्शन चाहिए होता है हमको। किस चीज का? हम चाहते हैं कि हम मरे ना, तो क्योंकि आत्मा का डेथ नहीं है, इसलिए हम लोग मरना नहीं चाहते हैं। दूसरा क्या है? हम हमेशा आनंद में रहना चाहते हैं ना, हमको आनंद हमें चाहिए, क्योंकि आत्मा का नेचर ही वो आनंद ही है। हाँ, वो आनंद है, उसका नाम उसको उसको बोलते हैं सच्चिद आनंद। हाँ, चिद मतलब हम ज्ञान, हमको हमेशा ज्ञान में हम स्थिर रहना चाहते हैं। हाँ, हमको हम देखा होगा आपने, हर चीज का हमको ज्ञान होना चाहिए, हम ऐसे सोचते हैं। और वो जो ज्ञान का जो परफेक्शन जो है, तो यही है ज्ञान परफेक्शन। ये जो गीता का जो ज्ञान दिया है, भगवान ने जो ज्ञान दिया है, ये वो नॉलेज का परफेक्शन है। जैसे हमने बता रहे थे सर कि जो आत्मा का जो नेचर होता है वो तीन नेचर होती है उसका। एक तो सत होती है, दूसरा चित होती है, एक आनंद होती है। सत मतलब जो आत्मा का जो नेचर क्या होता है, वो एटर्नल होती है, मतलब वो कभी उसका डेथ नहीं होता है, कभी उसका बर्थ नहीं होता, वो उसका कोई डेथ नहीं होता है। और चित मतलब वो ज्ञान में स्थित होती है। हाँ, वो ज्ञान, जैसे हमने बताया ना कि अगर ये ज्ञान किसी को है, जो मतलब जो जो आदमी ये समझ जानता है कि वो आत्मा है, who has understood this, his soul, not his body, he is in complete knowledge. So in Bhagavad Gita also Srila Prabhupada writes, knowledge means he should know what is matter, what is spirit. Knowledge means that. The Prabhupada writes this, the knowledge means he should know what is matter, what is spirit. On third day, in Anand, so nature of the soul is Sachit Anand. Anand means always is blissful. Blissful means he is always in the happy state. So this is the reason always we are seeking happiness. Whatever endeavor we are doing, whatever activity we are doing, we are targeting these three things. We don't want to be killed. I mean, we don't want to die. Nobody wants to die because we are eternal. Our nature is like that only, because we do not die. The second is we are for knowledge. We want knowledge. No, everything we are searching for knowledge, truth. We can say, sir, truth. We are searching for truth or not, sir? We are searching for truth. So because this is the nature, the soul itself is full of knowledge only. And third thing, the Anand. The soul is in a blissful state. He is always in Anand, because he is the part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. He is the part of the Supreme Lord. He is always in Anand. So whatever endeavor we are doing, whatever activity we are doing, we are searching for Anand. It is written in the Shastra also that आनंदमय अभ्यासात, बोलते हैं कि वो जो है जीव को हमेशा भी कुछ यूज करता है तो वो उसके लिए आनंद चाहिए होता है, वो आनंद की खोज में है। पर वो जो परमानंद है,
जो परम आनंद जो है वो इसी से मिलेगा जब अगर वो दोनों ड्यूटी अगर करता है। हाँ, ये हम पढ़ रहे थे कि अगर वो दो ड्यूटी अगर कोई करता है तो वो आनंद की कंडीशन में हो सकता है। प्रभुपाद जी की मैंने परपट ही पढ़ा था, कहीं मतलब याद नहीं आ रहा, उन्होंने ये लिखा था कि इफ यू परफॉर्म योर प्रेस्क्राइब ड्यूटी देन यू कैन बी हैप्पी। द हैप्पीनेस वी आर सर्चिंग, बट वी हैव टू परफॉर्म आवर ड्यूटी to be happy actually. So this is the whole form and substance of the second chapter. So much thing is there. Why then Prabhupada ji wrote who is Bhagwan. Prabhupada ji tells this Bhagavad Gita the science of God. Science of God means Prabhupada ji tells that both theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge, both is there. How you can practically experience that there is God and who is God, who can be God. Everything is there in the second chapter only. Everything is there, but it takes some time. So the whatever Prabhupada ji writes is so much deep in that, and this is unlimited. There is no limit of Bhagavad Gita. The more you are pure, the more there is more. It will expand. It will expand like anything, because like God is unlimited. His whatever the creation of God is unlimited only. There is no limit for the like Bhagavad Gita message. One cannot say that okay, I read one time Bhagavad Gita. No, if you read second time, there will be another meaning for the same word, because as I told us that soul is already in Anand, and also he's in knowledge. There is this knowledge in you are not what you call, you are not imposing the, but it is as we getting purified, the knowledge is getting received. Of course, by the mercy of the Lord, by the mercy of the Guru only. So, like that is one song, the Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashita. The Divya Gyan, it is called Divya Gyan, transcendental knowledge. It is revealed in the heart actually. So, as we get purified, then the knowledge will be revealed to us, and then we'll be able to understand this, and it will expand also. Like Prabhupada ji also. If you see the back side also Bhagavad Gita, even if Mahatma Gandhi ji also tell, if you see, Yashpal, if you see the back side of Bhagavad Gita, you see there is one quote of Mahatma Gandhi ji also. Yeah. You read this. Please read that. Yeah, you can read. You can read loud so that we can also hear. I tell you Bhagavad Gita in my words to comfort me, and I immediately find the settle over this. So to meditate on the Gita in the very first way from everything. We are not saying, sir, or forefather Mahatma Gandhi, but we just say that we follow Mahatma Gandhi ji, but we do not follow what his instruction is there. We tell that I am a Gandhian, but what do you follow? You see here, Gandhi ji has written, if you read Bhagavad Gita, you will derive new meaning every day, and there is so much expanding. I mean, you cannot say that I have read already. No, there is no limit in that, and it becomes possible when there are sincere, eager students like you and Yashpal. Otherwise, no. Otherwise, discussion is not possible. Otherwise, the discussion will be like one-sided, and it will be limited. When there is, I cannot say I am a good speaker, but whatever Prabhupada ji and his followers they have given, so we are discussing on that only. I cannot say my speaker, but when the perfect combination, I mean speaker and the hearer, listener is there, then it will expand. You will not feel that what is going on outside. You will feel that joy in that. So we discussed little. We did not discuss actually. We did not discuss anything. There's so much to it actually. So this is an opportunity for us to remember Srila Prabhupada that he has given this opportunity for us to have a blissful life, with a knowledgeous life, an eternal life. So when I also was student here, I'm also student of Bhagavad Gita now only. At that time also I was bewildered, confusion. My colleagues were like that I was not having so much distraction were there. But one of my friend, he introduced me that there is one session and you please come. There is a discussion on soul, and soul is eternal. Soul is like this only. So it created me interest, and I started going. At that time, our teacher, His Grace Pandap Prem Das Prabhuji, he used to come here, and from that I started attending the session. And really, it helped me in bringing up some focus. I cannot say that I'm fully focused, but really it is helpful. So same thing we are doing. Our seniors, they invited us to have the session, and we are also requesting our juniors to please come and take advantage of whatever message is there, so that we can discuss from the Bhagavad Gita. Srila Prabhupada is teaching here. We are not teaching. Who are we? He is giving us this. Knowledge is given by him only. We pray to Srila Prabhupada on this auspicious occasion, that he may bless us, so that we can someday we can understand this Bhagavad Gita and we can apply in our life, and we can live a life of full knowledge, eternal life, and blissful life. And this is the thoughts for today's session. Yeah, thank you. So we can have some discussion. I mean, some question or some comments, criticism, whatever it is. But I am very much thankful to you, sir, and Yaspal also. I know you are busy, but still the eagerness is there to learn Bhagavad Gita. Yes, Yaspal. कैसे क्या मतलब ठीक है, सेशन कैसा लगा था? ठीक है, बहुत कुछ है इसमें बताने के लिए ऐसे। तो हमको थोड़ा उसमें पहले हमको खुद को पढ़ना पड़ेगा इसको। Also we also has to study. If you study, then we can understand this. यस बताइए। हाँ इसको, हाँ यस वो भी बताया गया। हाँ देखिए, तो इसका भी आंसर है, आप पढ़िए सर, उसमें खोलिए वर्ष नंबर, ये जो है चैप्टर नंबर 1 का वर्ष नंबर 1 खोलिए आप, 1.1 आप खोलिए, खुल पाएंगे आप इस पर? चैप्टर 1 खोलिए, आगे पढ़िए आगे इस तरफ। हाँ या फर्स्ट चैप्टर, या फर्स्ट लोग, या 1.1। हाँ, you open page number 33. Yeah, you read the purport. You read, that's all you read. You read the purport. You read the translation. Below the translation, it is there. Below translation. हाँ इंग्लिश पढ़िए सर, लाउडली पढ़िए, ऐसा हम लोग भी सुन लेंगे। नो आप डायरेक्ट ये पढ़िए, पर्पट पढ़िए, पर्पट में देखिए नीचे है, या फर्स्ट पैरा, या हाँ यस या
Bhagavad Gita is the widely read ascetic science summarized in the Gita Mahatmya, glorification of Gita. They say that one who reads Bhagavad Gita very scrutinizingly with the help of a person who is devoted to Krishna.
पढ़िए। हाँ बस, आप पहला पढ़ा आपने, इसको कैसे पढ़ना चाहिए? स्क्रूटिनाइजिंगली। हाँ मतलब बहुत ही क्या बोलते सर, व्हाट यू कॉल सर, या वेरी केयरफुली। हाँ यस, हाँ देखा होगा आपने यशपाल, जैसे कि हम लोग कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट वगैरह हम लोग स्क्रूटिनाइज करते हैं, अगर कोई किसी का रिक्वायरमेंट हो गया तो हम लोग डॉक्यूमेंट्स को पूरा अच्छे से देखते हैं, वेरीफाई करते हैं। ऐसे पढ़ना होगा, और कैसे पढ़ना है? विद द हेल्प ऑफ यस, हाँ विच डिवोटी ऑफ लॉर्ड कृष्ण, उनके हेल्प से हम लोग पढ़ पाएंगे भगवद गीता। हमें ऐसे ही नहीं बुलाया गया कि आप अपने हिसाब से पढ़ लिया। आगे पढ़िए बहुत अच्छा लिखा है ना, देखिए प्रभुपाद जी ने।
And try to understand it without partially motivated interpretation.
यस, सेकंड ये है कि अपना कोई इंटरप्रिटेशन नहीं डालना है इसमें, अपना कोई जो है उसमें ऐड नहीं करना है, जो है जैसे लिखा हुआ है हमको ऐसे पढ़ना है। और आप पढ़िए आगे।
The example of clear understanding is there in the Bhagavad Gita itself. In the way the teaching is understood by Arjuna, he asked the Gita directly from the Lord. If someone is fortunate enough to understand it, Bhagavad Gita in the line of strict successfully, without motivated interpretation, then he first asked to become very wisdom in all scriptures of the world.
यस, देखा आपने, अगर कोई जैसे अर्जुन ने भगवत गीता को समझा है, अगर हम उस लाइन में पढ़ते हैं, उस लाइन में समझते हैं, तो हम जितने भी स्क्रिप्चर है वर्ल्ड में उसका सरपास कर दिया, हमको उसको पढ़ना ही नहीं है, उसके सब नॉलेज हमको आ जाएगी। हाँ, तो यही है। देखिए हम लोग, यस सर, वी आर डिस्कसिंग ना इन भगवत गीता, एवरीथिंग इज देयर। हाउ टू रीड भगवत गीता, नो वन कैन से दैट हाउ टू रीड भगवत गीता। सेम क्वेश्चन, इफ यू आस्क एनी क्वेश्चन सर, एनी क्वेश्चन, same answer it will be there in Bhagavad Gita. The 700 slok, it is there, complete. This is when we used to be student, and sometimes we used to visit our teacher in our teacher, Bhagavad Gita teacher. So we used to ask some questions, sir. He just will open the verse and he tells, okay, this is there in this book. He never tells from his own. So this is the way actually. Otherwise, from whom we are discussing? We are discussing from the supreme authority only. We are not adding something our own. Then there is loss of the power. Same thing. How you should read Bhagavad Gita? With whom we should read Bhagavad Gita? The Prabhupada ji has given everything. So we need not have to think how should I read? No need. Everything is completely there. That just we have to open and we have to read. देखिए यशपाल जी, yes,
Better is
with the help,
one stroke per
yes,
or 20.
yes,
One from
yeah,
You make it little easier. 700 stroke, so it will take 2 days. 365 days to do it.
yes sir.
तो ये वे उनके yearly morning actually how much that is 3:30 that means you have to go to bed